In this video, we'll talk about the 3 smallest dinosaurs that ever lived on our planet, as well as the largest ones. They could cause earthquakes when they died. Many very interesting creatures lived on the planet, and each had its own feature. One of these was size, so you'll learn how they lived and how they used their growth to their advantage. Well, let's start with the top 3 largest dinosaurs. Who could it be? Imagine an animal as long as 3 school buses. This is Diplodocus. Length 25 to 30 meters, weight 15 to 20 tons, era late Jurassic period, location North America, feature long neck and whip-like tail. Diplodocus was herbivorous. It ate leaves, conifer trees, and ferns. Its long neck allowed it to feed high or low almost without moving. Herds? Most likely they lived in groups for protection against predators. It used its tail as a weapon and a means of communication. A strike could create sound. The tail could be so fast that it produced a whistling sound like a whip. Despite its gigantic size, it could move quite fast, up to 20 kilometers an hour. Its bones were hollow to stay light but strong. It could cover with its gaze almost the whole territory of the herd thanks to its neck. It weighed as much as 3 adult elephants combined, and Diplodocus was not just a huge dinosaur, it was a true giant of the Jurassic period. Fast, dangerous, and surprisingly well adapted to life. But while they used their size perfectly for survival, could small dinosaurs do the same? Imagine a dinosaur the size of a child, but with the hunting agility of a leopard. This is Compsognathus. Length 0.9 meters, weight 2 to 3 kilograms, type small predatory dinosaur, era late Jurassic period, location North America. Predator, hunted insects and small animals. Agile and fast, could jump, run, and quickly change direction. Stealth, used its small size to hide from larger predators. It probably lived alone or in small groups to stay less noticeable, and despite its miniature size, it was a very effective hunter. Long hind legs allowed it to reach high speed and maneuverability. Its brain was relatively large for its size, meaning it was smart and cautious. Comparison with other dinosaurs, even the largest of the small ones. Compsognathus was smaller than a child, unlike giants like Diplodocus. You can imagine it leaping through bushes and forests, stalking prey almost like a modern hawk. Compsognathus was a tiny dinosaur but a true survival master, fast, agile, and smart. Imagine a dinosaur almost as long as a football field and as heavy as dozens of elephants. This is the Patagotitan. Length about 37 meters, weight up to 70 tons, type gigantic titanosaur, herbivorous. Era, late Cretaceous period. Location South America. Diet, ate tall trees and shrubs, using its long neck to cover wide areas. Movement, slow due to its gigantic weight but quite stable. Social life, possibly lived in herds to protect against predators. Defense, its enormous size made it almost invulnerable to most predators. The length of Patagotitan was almost half a football field. It weighed as much as 10 to 12 elephants together. A true living mountain. Its long neck and tail were used for balance and feeding, and despite its gigantic size, its body was built efficiently to spend minimal energy on movement. Patagotitan was one of the longest dinosaurs ever found on Earth, second only to Dinosaurus. Patagotitan, a giant of the late Cretaceous, the true king of South America among herbivores. Imagine a dinosaur the size of a house cat but with 4 wings. This is Microraptor. Length 0.7 meters, weight 1 to 2 kilograms, type small predatory dinosaur. Era late Jurassic period, location East Asia. Predator and glider. Could leap from trees and glide short distances. Diet, hunted insects, small vertebrates, and birds. Movement, fast, agile, and maneuverable, a little forest king in many form. Social life, probably hunted alone or in small groups to stay unnoticed. Unique 4 wings, 2 on its arms and 2 on its legs, a rarity among dinosaurs. Possibly an ancestor of birds, a transitional form between dinosaurs and the first flying birds. Despite its miniature size, it was an effective predator and agile hunter. Its light weight and wings allowed it to glide from trees like a modern flying squirrel or bird. Its build made it an ideal mini-bird predator for the forest. Microraptor was a tiny dinosaur but a true master of hunting and flight, miniature and incredibly agile. And now we come to the most interesting part. 2 dinosaurs remain. One the largest, the other the smallest. Who survived better, and most importantly, how with their size? Imagine an elephant as long as 3 school buses and as heavy as an entire herd of elephants. This is Dinosaurus. Length 30 to 35 meters, weight 70 to 100 tons. Type, gigantic long-necked herbivorous dinosaur. Era, late Cretaceous period. Location, South America. Diet, ate treetops and shrubs, using its long neck to cover large areas. Movement, slow but steady. The steps of this giant shook the ground. Social life, most likely lived in herds to protect against predators. Defense, its enormous size made it almost invulnerable. It weighed as much as 14 to 15 adult elephants together, a true living monster. Its body length was almost equal to 3 school buses, which is incredibly impressive. The long neck allowed it to feed from treetops without moving too much, saving energy. Its bones were hollow to withstand enormous size without becoming too heavy. Dinosaurus was one of the largest animals ever to walk the earth. Dinosaurus, a true giant of the Cretaceous period, a symbol of incredible power and size in the world of dinosaurs. Also, a tiny creature in the world of dinosaurs is Parvicursor, one of the smallest predatory dinosaurs found in China. Its length was less than a meter, and it weighed only about a kilogram. Essentially, it was a dinosaur the size of a modern chicken. Despite its miniature size, it was a true hunter. It caught insects, small lizards, and possibly chicks. Judging by the structure of its bones, it moved very quickly and nimbly, able to slip into the narrowest places. Its vision was sharp, and its teeth, though small, were sharp, perfectly suited for grasping. Interestingly, unlike huge predators like Tyrannosaurus, such tiny dinosaurs had a better chance of survival in harsh conditions since they needed less food. Their miniature size was an advantage. They could hide from larger enemies and find food where giants could not. Parvicursor lived in forests and most likely led an active daytime lifestyle. One could say it was a Jurassic sparrow hunter. So, dinosaurs were not only giants like Diplodocus or Patagotitan, but also tiny creatures like Parvicursor and Compsognathus. Some weighed tens of tons and shook the ground with every step, while others hid in foliage and hunted insects. This is the magic of the dinosaur world. It was so diverse that it had room for both giants towering like skyscrapers and mini killers the size of a chicken. One could say that dinosaurs were like an entire planet within a planet, from the largest to the smallest, and each played its role in the vast ancient ecosystem.